This is probably one of the most beautiful places that I've stayed in.
Only a short trip from Bali, Nusa Lembongan and Nusa Ceningan are the perfect island getaway. In this video, I'll show you where to stay, what to do, and exactly how to get there. So these two islands are located in the southeast of Bali. And to get there, we book a car from Canggu to Sanur, which is a harbor when you can book a 40 minutes ferry to go from Bali to Nusa Lembongan.
So to go to Nusa Lembongan, you're gonna go to Sanur Harbor. That's where like most of the speedboat will take you to Nusa Lembongan from Bali. And usually it will take around 30 to 40 minutes to get there. We book with this one fast cruise called Rocky. And the return ticket from Bali to Nusa Lembongan and Nusa Lembongan back to Bali costs 550,000 IDR per person. By the way, one thing that I would highly recommend before going to Nusa Lembongan is to withdraw some cash here in Bali, because I heard there's a lot of ATM in Nusa Lembongan that's actually not working, or like sometimes there's scam with the ATM. So you want to make sure that you bring good amount of cash that you can use in the island. Terima kasih. The harbor is actually pretty big and like pretty organized. They have a checked-in counter and everything. We just got to the waiting room area and I'm really impressed with this harbor. This is the first time I got here. I guess if you're going to Lembongan or even Penida, you'll stop by this harbor to take the speedboat. The flow also very organized. They have a place where you can check in. They give you a boarding pass. It's very similar to the airport, to be honest. Right, actually leave on time, which we love. But yeah, it's so beautiful and we're so lucky that the weather is good because it has been raining the past couple of days. We finally made it here, but we actually gonna cross over to Ceningan because that's where we're staying. So this is gonna be our first sightseeing of Lembongan and Ceningan. This is the iconic yellow bridge. It's actually smaller than I thought. We're literally crossing it right now. Oh. Alright, rented a bike to go around because this is the best way to explore Lembongan and Ceningan. There's actually tons of places where you can rent it. You can even rent it from the hotel, but we rented outside and it costs 100,000 IDR. We made it to Dream Beach. Oh my god. When I look at the photo, I didn't expect it to look this pretty. Like white sand. The water here in Nusa Lembongan and Nusa Ceningan is super clear. Hey. Oh, that's a big dog. So we're walking to get to Devil's Tears, which is another viewpoint here in Nusa Lembongan, and it's only 10 minutes away, walking distance from Dream Beach. So if you're planning to visit one another, I think like you should plan it together. But it's pretty empty here. I know this is one of the most popular tourist destination here in Nusa Lembongan, but I guess because it's still the rainy season, a lot of people don't come to this place. Oh my god, look at that! The wave here is definitely unpredictable. At some point, like a huge wave just came out of nowhere and was like splashing. It was really cool to check it out. On a certain angle, you can also see a rainbow. Usually people would come here during the sunset because this place is known as one of the best sunset point here in Lembongan. Oh, yeah, it's just like a really small alley. I know. We're heading to one of the famous restaurants / cafe here in Lembongan. It's called The Deck. And to get here, you actually cannot really drive a bike because the road is pretty narrow, but the view looks amazing so far. Just sitting here on the deck, like a literal deck, watching sunset, boats on the beach. Huh? That doesn't make sense. Boats on the beach.
Boats on
I mean, like boats next to the beach. Yeah, it's very peaceful here. The drive was like a little bit intense, but coming up here wasn't too bad at all. I do think we picked a good one because this restaurant has an amazing view. Food here was actually good. I gotta say though, especially if you order the seafood, because we ordered the entree, the squid thing was like super good. And then the catch of the day, also like the fish taco. The pizza, not so much, but that's why I think if you're coming here, you need to stick to the seafood because it's super fresh. Good morning. I actually slept really, really well. I guess it's the combination of the wave, sound of the wave. It was like a white noise. But yeah, after exploring Nusa Lembongan yesterday, I would highly recommend to stay in Nusa Ceningan. This side of the island just feels a lot more peaceful, a lot more slow pace, and this place that I'm staying in is amazing. This is probably one of the most beautiful place that I've stayed in. The fact that you can wake up in this beautiful view, so amazing. This is probably one of the most, if not the most beautiful breakfast view. I mean, look at this. Well, apparently close to where we're staying at Arna, there's a zipline place. We're gonna quickly check it out, and it's only 1 minute away, walking distance. Missy, how about ziplining di sini? Langsung ke sana?
Beli tiket dulu kalau mau.
Oh ya, tiketnya berapa?
150.
150 satu kali.
Ya.
Terus dari sana nanti jalan
Jalan kaki ke Bali.
Oh, Okay. We're gonna do zip line. They actually have more than zip line over here. So it's also like a rooftop bar. They also have a pool where you can hang out in. And for the zip line, it costs 150 per person. So the zip line. Di sini ya? Oh my god. That looks kind of...
Ready?
Yeah.
2, 1.
Whoa! Oh my god! Look at this view! Oh my god! That was actually super fun, but super fast. I couldn't comprehend, but yeah, the view is amazing. I hope the footage came out great. But it was fun. Definitely recommend. We're driving around right now to check out this island. Seems like it will only take you less than 30 minutes to explore the entire Nusa Ceningan. If you rent a bike, then you can just drive around and see what they have around the island. We're passing through the main street here in Nusa Lembongan. I guess this is where you'll find most of the cafe, restaurant, villa and stuff. It is definitely on a busier side compared to Nusa Ceningan. But for people who live in Nusa Lembongan, I think they will choose this area, which is close to Jungut Batu Beach, and that's where we're heading right now. So we're just driving around Nusa Ceningan and Nusa Lembongan with bike just to explore around the island, see what it has. And yeah, definitely I feel like people who stay here long term, they will stay in Nusa Lembongan, and especially in this area, that street heading to Jungut Batu Beach is very accessible. There are a lot of shops, restaurants, a lot of diving schools. So a lot of people actually come here to do the diving course. But if you look at the map, this is actually the most north side of Nusa Lembongan, like the end of the island. And yeah, I gotta say the beach here so far has been really amazing. White sand beach, it's very soft. The water here in Nusa Lembongan or Nusa Ceningan is super clear. So I can see why a lot of people come here for a beach vacation or for snorkeling or diving trip. One thing to keep in mind though, if you're planning to drive around the island, some of the streets are not the best to drive on. There's tons of holes, it needs a lot of renovation, and some of the street can be very narrow. So if you're not confident with driving a bike, I wouldn't recommend that. You can either just call a taxi, or I think most of the accommodation, resort or hotel here, they do offer some sort of transportation with the buggy. And make sure that you get yourself covered, especially when you go on a vacation to an island like this. Always get a travel health insurance. I will leave a link of a travel health insurance that I recommend in the description box below. Randomly found this cute spot. It's like a very local warung, and it's just right in front of the mangrove place. So that's one of another activity that's pretty popular here in Lembongan, is to go on a mangrove tour. So you can take one of this boat and they'll take you around the mangrove forest. And the owner told me it only takes around 30 minutes to do the tour. Turned out this is one of a snorkeling spot as well. Terima kasih. We did a quick snorkeling trip So it is very common here, and there's tons of like small fishes. But one tip, if you're gonna snorkel here, is to ask for like a breadcrumbs or something that you can feed the fish with, because once you do that inside the water, the small fishes will start coming to you. Unfortunately, we didn't bring any breads or anything, so yeah, but we still got to see some smaller fishes. Made it back. It was actually pretty fun. They also have a place where you can rinse off once you do your snorkeling trip. Yeah, if you're coming to this area, you can come to this place. It's called Nano Nano. Just look it up on Google Maps, and yeah, it's owned by a really sweet local lady. So come here and then also support the locals. Gonna spend sunset hour at the restaurant here in Arna. I heard they have a really good sunset view from here, so yeah, my expectation is high, especially because the weather looks so good today.